Keep your pants on. I'm here. Calm down. Look. Oh, there I am in the frame. Hey everyone, look, there he is. Oh, let the video begin. What's up everyone? This is Derek from Closet Game Room, the host of CGR Undertow. I just woke up. That is not a lie. I've never once in my life lied to you guys. I'm the man who never tells a lie. We've been doing so much work for the last 4 months, it seems like, on the CGR Undertow DVD, and we're finally done. The final product, a great big bunch of CGR Undertow. It's done, guys, and as promised, well, actually, before I get into that, I should tell you, they're shipping out right now. In the other room, I've got an entire army of unwilling slaves. Some of them are robotic, so don't get too upset about it. They are packing all of your stuff into shipping vestibules, and those are going out today, which means within a couple days, certainly by the weekend, most of you, if not all of you, a lot of you, I don't want to make promises, most likely a lot of you will have your stuff, your DVDs, those of you who backed it on Kickstarter. Alright, and now, as promised, this is a thank you video. This is to thank all of you who backed the DVD on Kickstarter and who made all that hard work, who made me go through all that hard work. So thanks a lot, you big jerks. But in all seriousness, thank you so much, because you know we couldn't have done this without you guys, and I'm going to talk more about it later. But first off, let's get into thanking some of you guys. First on my list, look, I got a whole list of people here that donated, which is very touching. Thank you all so much. You know, it's like, you know, we've never charged a penny for any of our content. Every day, thousands and thousands of videos over the last half decade, literally, for free. And so for those of you who actually supported the cause a little bit, threw in some funds, boy, that is really cool of you. Thank you very much. First up, Instaphil Weber. He donated to the CGR Undertow DVD. Thank you very much, Instaphil. Instaphil Weber. By the way, I'm thanking you guys as you asked to be thanked, so I'm not making up any of these names. These are your creations, and I hope that I also hope that I don't pronounce them incorrectly. There are some weird names on here. We'll get in, and some of them that I don't even think are names. I think you guys are making stuff up, which I frown upon because I've never told a lie, and this whole list is full of lies. But so anyway, Instaphil, thank you very much. At cousin_Dave. I'm assuming that's a Twitter handle. Or maybe Instagram, because it seems like now Twitter, like kids don't even do Twitter now. Oh, that's 5 minutes ago. Now it's time for Instagram. Also, there are a lot of cute girls on Instagram, from what I understand. So, thank you, Cousin Dave. No girls, virtually no girls backed this DVD. I don't know what the problem is with that. I mean, we're already 0 for 2. Instaphil Weber, that's a guy. Cousin Dave, that's almost certainly a guy. Number 3 could go either way, but my point is we need to broaden our demographic. If you're a girl, help me out here. Tell me what we could do to bring more women in. Do I have to get naked? Do I have to start flexing on camera? Will this help? Should I wear a different cologne? I'm asking. Look, I'm asking. Thank you. At Zeta PKMN. Zeta Pikmin, maybe? I don't know. But thank you for donating to the DVD. Again, we couldn't have done this crap without you guys, so thank you very much. Also, thank you to Aaron. Just Aaron. Aaron. I mean, this could be, I don't know how many Aarons there are in the world. I'm not going to thank all of you. I'm thanking one of you. Thank you, Aaron. You're a good man. Also, Abdul Aziz Al-Kabour. Abdul Aziz donated a lot to back this project, and he got a lot of cool prizes for doing so, which we'll get into some of the prizes later, but again, a very special thank you to Abdul Aziz Al-Kabour. Hopefully I'm pronouncing these names right. As well as Adolphus S. Shaw III. Adolphus S. Shaw III. What a name. You should either be an author or like a mid-card professional wrestler. Adolphus S. Shaw III. Thank you, Adolphus. Ahmed! Ahmed gets a special trumpet. That was a real trumpet that I just played. Ahmed gets the trumpet because he donated. He was the #1 donator in terms of how much he donated. Ahmed, you, my good friend, are my good friend. And I know that's redundant, but I mean, we literally couldn't have done this without all of you, but especially without Ahmed. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Hope you enjoy all the crap you're gonna get. It's shipped. I saw your package. It's got all your crap in it. You're going to be getting that soon. Thank you so much, man. Alejandro Anglada. Thank you, Alejandro, which is an awesome name. Thank you to Alexander. Actually, whoa, this is kind of cool. We got 5 Alexes to thank here. One is just Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. The next is Alexander Hugler. Thank you, Alexander Hugler. Sounds like the friendly one of the bunch. Also, Alexander Leach. He sounds like he wouldn't be as friendly as Alexander Hugler. But the point is, guess what? You're all very nice and friendly to me because you donated to the DVD, and I have to thank you sincerely. Also, Alexander Sharnagle. Alexander Sharnagle. He's the foreigner of the bunch. And Alex Wazanik. Boy, thank you to the 5-pack of Alexanders for coming through in the clutch, donating to a great big bunch of CGR Undertow. You guys are the man. Once again, all dudes. Alex could be a girl, though. Alex Mack was a girl. And she was gorgeous. She still is. She still got it. Thanks, Andreas Byland, for backing the DVD. You, sir, will be getting your DVD very soon, and I hope you enjoy it and watch it before bed. Thank you also to Andrew Lentz. And there's another Andy to thank, but Andrew, the first of 2 Andys. Thank you very much, Andrew Lentz. And also Andy from Retrovolve. Thanks a lot, man. Couldn't have done this without your generous donation. And, well, actually, it's not that generous. You're getting something for it. So it's not like you guys were... Let's not get carried away here. I don't want to... Basically, I don't like to give people other than myself credit very often for anything. So I'm going to give you guys a little credit. And Armando! Armando S! The S could stand for any number of things. Thanks, Armando. Also, BJ's Barnyard Screen Printing. This is kind of cool. So the owner of this little company, BJ's Barnyard Screen Printing, I know who she is. Her name's Bonnie. I've known her for a long time. And it's very, very, very flattering and cool and touching that she donated to the project. I actually know this woman. So Bonnie from BJ's Barnyard Screen Printing. And if you're in central Pennsylvania and you need screen printing done, call up BJ's. Call up Bonnie. Thanks a lot, Bonnie. I really appreciate it. Bakasoma! Thank you, sir. I don't know you personally. But guess what? I would really like to, and I would like to think that perhaps we could get in my bunk bed. Not the same bunk. I would be in the top bunk. You would be in the bottom bunk. And then we could just watch Ren and Stimpy cartoons and laugh into the wee hours of the morning and eat pizza at an hour in which we shouldn't and fall asleep. Thank you, Bakasama. Someday we will be able to do that. Also, thank you to Bassman2390. Is it Bassman or Bassman? So either he's a fisherman, or he's a musician. Either way, thank you, Bassman2390. The next guy on the list, his name is just Beer. Thank you, Beer, for making the DVD happen. I don't know if that's a joke. Maybe it's just the beer industry thinks, like, there's no way this guy wrote this crap sober. So we feel like we need to donate to this. Maybe that's what happened. Truth is, I know some of you guys might know this, some of you might not. I'm a straight edge guy. I don't drink. I've never had a sip of beer in my life. So, which means I'm like the anti-Mark in so many ways. He likes Sega, and he's usually intoxicated. I like Nintendo, and I've never even tasted beer. We are like, you know, it's like a polar vortex of things. Thanks, Beer, for making this CGR Undertow DVD happen. Okay, we got a Benjamin 3-pack to thank. Benjamin, Hopkins, Murphy, and Roman. Thanks a lot to all 3 of you Benjamins. I mean, it's all about the Benjamins, baby, at this point. Hopkins, Murphy, Roman. Well, that sounds like more professional wrestlers. Hopkins, Murphy, and Roman. Sounds like you guys would be a faction. We would call you the Benjamins, and it would be all about you guys. Thank you very much. Next on the list is Big OG iDub. Big OG 1Dub, maybe? Big OG iDub. You know, you guys, I would like to point out at this point that you guys chose how to be thanked, and this is what you guys came up with. Big OG iDub. You know what, though? It doesn't matter, because you're all wonderful. Thank you very much. Couldn't have done this without you. And then we get to Blake. Blake, my man, Blizzake, the Blazer. Thanks a lot, man. I hope you enjoy the crap that is coming your way. Next up is Bob Widget. B-O capital B. widget. So he's like, you know, he's spelling his name with capital letters at places where there's no legal reason for there to be a capital letter there, which to me, I mean, there's no surer sign of bigger balls than that. An anti-authoritarian Bob Widget, you sound like a real badass based on your use of capital letters. Thank you and I can tell you're a badass because you donated to the project. Thanks, Bob. 2 Brandons. We got Brandon P. Cox. Anytime anyone puts a middle initial, it's classy. Brandon P. Cox, you and Adolphus S. Shaw III are easily the classiest people on our list so far. Thank you very much, Brandon. Also, Brandon R. Hey, that's our Brandon's initial. But only you would know, Brandon R., if you were in fact Brandon from across the hallway. I would go ask him, but he's busy. This is what you guys don't understand about poor Brandon, is he's busy taking all the video, all the stuff that I record. He's the one that puts it together. Like, I record the stuff and write it and plan it out, but I don't edit anything. I don't put any videos together. Brandon has to do that. So literally, anyway, his job is for 8 hours a day to take this nonsense that you see me doing right now and yelling about video games. It's his job to listen to that for 8 hours a day and put it together in a way that makes sense. So next time you go to your job and you think, oh man, I hate my job, this is awful, think about poor Brandon. Anyway, thank you, Brandon R., whether you're that Brandon or not. Thanks a lot. Brent B. and Brent Terry, 2 Brents up on the list. Thank you both. Thank both of you Brents equally. Brent B. and Brent Terry. We've also got Carmelo Modica. Carmelo Modica. You know, one of my favorite candies is from Cadbury. It's called the Caramello. Carmelo is close to that. It makes me think you'd be very smooth and caramel-filled. Carmelo Modica. Thanks a lot, Carmelo. Chad Appel. Boy, that's a cool name. Chad Appel. It reminds me of someone. I don't know why. Do I know you, Chad Appel? I might. I don't know. Either way, thank you. Thanks for donating to the project. Next up, Charles Zimmerman. Chuck Zimmerman. I think I know this guy. He's tweeted me stuff before. I'm not sure. Yeah, for sure. Charles Zimmerman. You know what? Hey, so I know that this guy's a true Undertoad. So thanks a lot, Chuck. And if you don't like to be called Chuck, listen. Chuck is a powerful name. You should enjoy it. I wish I could be called Chuck. We come for your daughter, Chuck. I always wanted to date a girl who had a dad named Chuck. Just so that one day when I went to her house to pick her up, and her dad answered the door, I could just say, "Come for your daughter, Chuck." And then he would throw me out. So basically I wanted to find a girl who I didn't like that much, who I wouldn't be that upset about not being allowed to see anymore, just so that I could do that. Now, see, now you're getting insights into the psychopathy that makes me tick. Thanks, Chuck. Next up, Chip Sankbell. And Chip, he's a guy that I think we should all thank, because Chip has donated. Not only did he back the project, but he's donated a lot of games to CGR Undertow in the past. Our award-winning, you might not remember this if you're a newer Undertoad, but several years ago we had an award-winning series of coverage of Zavix Port games. The Zavix Port was like this dollar store Wii Sports knockoff. Only the cool thing about it is that, and this is actually the amazing thing, the Zavix Port, according to everything I can find about it, actually came out before Wii Sports. So this was like a time paradox where when I played it, I thought this is just some crappy Wii Sports ripoff. But then I looked at like the copyright dates on it. This has copyright dates on it. We'll talk about that in a second. But when I looked at the dates, it was like this predates Wii Sports. So who ripped off who? Nintendo. But you want to see some amazing technology? Go back and watch our Zavix Port series of reviews. Anyway, that's XAVI, which goes back to capitalizing letters that don't need to be capitalized. Zavix has it. Zavix gets it. And so does Chip. Thank you very much, Chip. I drew, your drawing is on the way. Chip actually asked for a drawing of me and the Undertoad, Captain Undertoad, playing poker. And I'm not very good at drawing caricatures at all, but I tried my best to draw me. Chip, thank you so much, man, for all of your donations and support over the years. It means a lot. And we're going to take a break there because we talked about the prizes that Chip got. Holy crap. You know, so after we did the DVD, which took months, then we had to put together all these prizes. And that was fun. That was a lot of work. So, anyway, before we get into the DVD, I want to talk a little bit about the prizes. One of the basic prizes that you got for, I forget what level of donation it was. Was it 20? I don't remember. You're going to have to check the Kickstarter and look. But if you donated, you probably know that one of the prize levels, you actually got, this was sort of one of the basic ones. You got this cool little CGR Undertow mini poster. It's like a little, it's postcard shaped. But it's like a little mini poster. Check it out. Lose your mind with CGR Undertow. And it's got the Captain Undertoad in a straitjacket because we get a little crazy around here sometimes. Ooh, look, I could probably like ascertain information from you guys this way. Anyway, so we did this mini poster and we were calling it like a postcard. So then we got the great idea. What if it were actually a postcard? So look at this. This is legal. You can actually mail this. Look, it says CGR Undertow right here. It's a real postcard. And you guys get one for free. Although, for backing the DVD, you get one, that is. And although, I don't know if you'll want to mail the ones that you get, because I actually signed them for you. It has my signature on them. I touched each one of them with my greasy taco-covered hands, and then I signed them, and I sent them in your packages. Here's another one. Although I didn't make this one, this is just a CGR Undertow beanie hat. Look at this. Classic game room. Old school gamer. So this is just a really cool piece of CGR merch that we're throwing in at a certain level again. And then here's another thing that I made though. Check this out. This is a brand new CGR Undertow t-shirt. Look at this bad boy. I'm like a hot chick leaning over the table to get free drinks. Look at this. Ooh! I towed CGR. It's got Captain Undertoad looking stupid. Here's the thing about him. He's not very smart. He's diagnosed as not very smart. But he tries hard. He also doesn't understand what showering is. Which is, I think that's a plight we can all at some point in our lives, we can all sympathize with. He doesn't really understand much of anything, really. But anyway, that's his story. And he's on the t-shirt. I Undertowed CGR. This is a great CGR Undertow t-shirt that I designed specifically for the Kickstarter, and this is also a Kickstarter award. And here's some good news. The postcard, the t-shirt, it's always been the case with this, but the postcard and the t-shirt are now available. Both of these will be available. Not now, but they will be soon. Look, ooh, in the Classic Game Room store at our website, classicgameroom.com. So, and actually, so will the DVD soon. So, if you didn't get to back it because money's tight, or if you didn't know about it, hey, that's cool. You'll be able to buy all this crap. Thanks to all these people who actually did back it and made this stuff a reality. You'll be able to buy this stuff and show some support for CGR Undertow by going to classicgameroom.com, going to our store, and buying some of this crap. Let's thank some more people. Chris Floof. Thank you, Chris Floof, as well as Christopher Veach, Clayton Trotz. Thank all of you very much. Cody Luz and Cody J. We got two Codys. Thank you both. Cody J, Cody Luz. Cold Guy. Hey, grab a blanket, Cold Guy. And actually, now I feel bad. I wish we would have done a blanket for one of the Kickstarter awards. But thank you very much, Cold Guy. I hope that your fortunes turn around. Next up, Croxendol. Croxendol? C-R-O-X-Y-N-D-U-L. Croxendol. You guys made these names up. Like I said, I am strong. Not that I don't trust you guys, but I am suspicious that some of these might not even be names. I'm gonna look into this. We'll be back in a second with more from me and more of our backers and more. And actually, we'll talk about the DVD when we come back from this commercial break here on CGR Undertow. All right, I'm back. Did you guys enjoy that fun commercial break? I hope Brandon put commercials in there. I don't really have any commercials ready. He probably didn't. Brandon! I'm going to yell at him from the future is how this is going to work now. Anyway, welcome back. We're going to get back to the thank yous. I just realized that I spent 27 minutes talking and I only thanked like a fraction of you guys. So no offense, but we're gonna have to tear through some of these because I don't have all day. I got reviews to make. We gotta talk about the DVD a little bit. Anyway, Crocs and Dull. That's where we left off. Thank you, sir. Also, Cure's Curse. Well, it's one or the other. Cure's Curse. You can't be the cure and the curse. That's not how science works, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Anyway, thank you very much, though, Cure's Curse. As well as Dane Street. It says Dane ST period, which could actually conceivably be Dane Saint. Either way, if it's Dane Street, thanks. At least now we know where to ship your DVD. If it's Dane Saint, hey. Oh, Little Mermaid. Thanks, Dane. Oh, Danielle Buck, that's my sister. Oh, Danielle, this is very sweet of you, and I hope you get your DVD, and I hope you're very proud of what your brother's become. He probably will not be. You will probably not show it to any of your friends. Also, tell your friends that I said hi. Thanks, Danielle. I'll see you next week. Hey, Danny Hell Sickick. Wow, maybe that's like a different way of saying Danielle, like my sister. It's D-A-N-I-J-E-L. Danigel? Sickick. Thanks, man. That's another really interesting name that I can't pronounce. Next, just like the next one, Danikjan. D-A-N-I-K-J-A-N. Learning so much about cultures and names. This is an educational experience for both of us, I would like to think. Thank you, Danikjan. As well as Danny Palm, David Yasek, Deanna Buck, my other sister. Oh, you guys. Deanna and Danielle are my sister. Danielle is the older of the two. And she is a flaming ginger like I am. Deanna, I don't know what happened. She was born with like really dark brown hair. I don't know what happened. She's not quite as good looking as like Danielle and I, but she's still a very sweet girl. Thanks, thanks, Deanna. I love you, and I will see you. I'll see you very soon as well. Hey, my mom, Derek's mom, is next. My whole family came together to back this DVD. Look at this. Like I said, this is an educational experience. I like to think CGR Undertow is a family show. Actually, it's not a family show. Derek Langley. Hey, you're a fellow Derek. Thanks, Derek. Dog in my lens. I don't understand that one. But hey, that's how he wanted to be thanked. Dog in my lens. Thanks, Dog in my lens. Dojo999. So he's like, oh, he's like the WWE Network, but he's also a ninja. Thanks, Dojo999. As well as Dominic Buck and Denny Stoltz. Hey, Dominic's my brother. And Denny is my mom's boyfriend, so that's very cool. Thank you both for donating to the show. Dominic. My little brother Dominic's actually still in high school. Dominic, look, when mom tells you to stop playing video games and go to bed because you have school in the morning, break out this DVD and say, well, look where it got Derek staying up and playing video games all night. Look where it got him. He's got a DVD that's really weird and disturbing. Actually stay in school, Dominic. Thanks, guys. Espen! E-S-P-E-N. It's like ESPN, but a writing utensil. Thanks, Espen. As well as Euclid Rugman. Euclid Rugman. What a dork. What a nerd. I wish this guy hadn't donated, because he's a nerd. I'm just kidding. I know this guy. I know Euclid Rugman. Thanks, Euclid. As well as Evan Dang. Evan Dang. If that's your real name, I know, listen, spoiler alert, Euclid Rugman is not that dude's real name. But if Evan Dang is your real name, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Evan. Evil Uncle Fred donated. See? There's good in everyone. Even Evil Uncle Fred. Thanks for donating to the DVD. I hope you enjoy this crap. Evan Hamilton, who spells his name E-V-Y-N, which is kind of like, he must be the elf. An elf? That's how elves spell Evan. Thanks, Evan. Since you're going to live forever, you know, now I hope you have something to watch before bed for all eternity. Federico Iosa. Federico Iosa. And Florian Paproth. Thanks, guys. I hope I'm not massacring your names. I really do appreciate the support. Fran Torres. Hey, Fran might be a girl. It might not be. It's probably not. But it might be a girl. So far, the only girls that actually donated in support of the DVD are my mom and my sisters. Also, Gary Fred Geiger. Hey, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Gary. I actually know Gary, too, so that's pretty awesome. Thanks, man. As well as G-Bug, and Good Tofu Friday, and Gryzor. All of these people. And Happy Poop. Good Tofu Friday, Gryzor, Guybug, and Happy Poop. Thanks, guys. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. I didn't choose this. Also, thanks to Heaven Shy. Hey, I recognize that name. Heaven Shy follows me on Twitter. We've spoken on Twitter a few times. Thanks, Heaven Shy. Thanks for watching the show all these years. I appreciate it. As well as HP Shout, which is like if your printer gets really mad at you. It's like Skynet, the printer. HP Shout. Thanks, man. And then we got two Ians, Ian P. and Ian Webster. Thanks, guys. As well as Jack the Kingster McCaffrey. The Kingster. That's not a name that anyone gives you, though. Like, if you come up with the Kingster, that's your work. That, you know, your friends don't give you the name the Kingster. They give you the name, like, Big Dumb Idiot. That's the kind of nickname you get. Kingster is very self-applied, but I'll still respect it, because to give yourself that nickname indicates a degree of self-righteousness that I certainly can appreciate. Thanks, Jack the Kingster McCaffrey. Jamie Steele, James Steele. James is that's awesome. I actually went to high school with James. We were childhood friends. We used to put on wrestling matches at the neighborhood football field. We would wrestle each other, which was extraordinarily dangerous because we did like real DDTs on the grass. Don't do that. That's very dangerous. But I was Intercontinental Champion. James and I, we had a slobber knocker. Well, a couple times we had some good matches. Anyway, that's awesome. Thanks, man. I'll see you soon. Give Lisa my best. Jason Ashbach supported the DVD. I did not go to high school with Jason, but I wish I did. Thanks, Jason. As well as Jeff Biggs, Jared Park, and Jet. Don't hit me in the face, Aquino. See, that's a nickname your friends give you. Don't hit me in the face. Jet, don't hit me in the face, Aquino. Thanks, guys. Jim Fuzzy Tulu Yates. Fuzzy Tulu, that's very familiar. I think that's another Twitter guy that I've had Twitter discussions with, or at least replied to once or twice. Thanks, Fuzzy Tulu, Jim Yates, for all the support over the years, as well as Jonathan Coulter, Jordan Smith, Joseph Ivizaj, Ivezaj, as well as Josh Ziggy Ziegler. That's awesome. Thanks, Josh. As well as Josh Ashley with a heart. Wow, look at that. Josh Ashley with a little less than 3 heart after his name. Well, I love you too, Josh Ashley. As well as Josh Leilonic, Joshua Tiberis. So those are, wow, that's a 4-pack of Joshes. Thanks, guys. Juan Nikolai, which is kind of cool. It's like a Russian version of like a Latino name. That's kind of neat. He's a Latino Russian. How awesome would that be? Juan Nikolai. Probably not. He's probably from like Jersey or something. New Jersey. Thanks Juan Nikolai. Juan Andres Encina. Thanks, Juan. Judge Drunk. Thanks, Judge Drunk. I wonder if he knows Beer. Because Beer also donated to the show. Thanks, man. Also, I would really love to know how you became a judge. Judge Drunk, thanks for donating to the DVD. Julio, Adrian, Gago, San Roman. That's like a whole family. That's an amazing name. Thanks, Julio. As well as Keith T, Keenan Bennett. Oh, Keenan. Keenan's a long-time Undertoad. Thanks a lot, man. Kevron, Kid Clone, Labris is Best Toaster. I don't know if that's a name or a statement, but I've never heard of the Labris. Labris is Best Toaster. I'll take your word for it because I'm hardly a professional when it comes to toast. All I can do is draw really unintelligent amphibians and talk about video games. So anyway, Labris is Best Toaster. Thank you. Lincoln McPhee. I wonder if any relation to Catherine, who's like, Catherine McPhee is like a solid 10 out of 10. She's very attractive. Maybe this is why no chicks watch the show. As well as Lone Gun. Hey, one of the Lone Gunmen, maybe. Thanks, Lone Gun. Speaking of which, tell Agent Scully that whenever I die, I want Agent Scully to autopsy the hell out of me. This got so weird. This is what happens when I don't prepare anything and I just go, oh, I'm just going to go into read names. It'll be easy. start talking about Scully autopsying me. Ugh, Lone Gun, thanks, man. Luke Powell, Magnetic, Mark Valdez, like the coffee magnate, Matthew Blackwell. Thanks, guys, for donating to the show. Matthew spelled with an I-E-U at the end. That's fancy. As well as Matt Nikitas, Matt Packer, Matt Sukanik, Matt the Sprat. That's like a 6-pack of Matts. Thanks, guys. Thank all of you Matts. Maxwell Bebbington. Oh, what a name. Maxwell Bebbington. That could be a spy comic. Thanks, Max. As well as Miguel Rivera, Morgan M, Mr. JR, Mr. Sexy, and that's good. And Mr. I Like Pie. Apple, cherry, blueberry, me oh my, I love pie. John Travolta. I would like to see the world's largest ball of twine. Mr. I Like Pie, and I would like to go with you because you donated to the show. Thanks, man. Mjolnir, which is like Nordic or Viking or something, which I can certainly appreciate because I like metal music. So, Mjolnir, Myollnir, Mjolnir. I don't know. You know. Thank you very much for donating to the DVD, as well as Ned 418, who this is spelled like a robot. So we go from a Viking to a robot. Thanks for donating. The Now You're Playing With podcast. Is that a podcast, or is it like Now You're Playing With a podcast? Either way, hey, Now You're Playing With podcast. See what happens? You support CGR Undertow, you back the project, you show support, and then you get a little plug in the thank yous. Now You're Playing With podcast. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Ola Balder NES, Old School Brian, Pascal Liquid Soul 235 Corn. I hate that band, but you know what? Since you donated to the show, I'm going to be nice about it. I'm not going to insult you. Thank you, Pascal Liquid Soul 235 Corn. I really appreciate it, man. Also, you should be listening to Megadeth. Patrick Bergeron. Hey, that's a familiar name. That's a long-time Undertoad. Thanks a lot, Pat. Hope you enjoy your crap. Paul Chudobiak. Thanks, Paul. As well as Paul Klein. Peanut Crunch, which is another familiar name. That's a long-time Undertoad. Peanut Crunch. Peter Sakura. Peter Sakura played for the Penguins and was a sniper with Evgeny Malkin. I don't think it's that Peter Sakura. But if it is, hey, man. Thanks for the goals. Thanks, Peter Sakura. Prince Watercress. Hey, that's a familiar name. Prince Watercress actually deserves an extra thank you because he, on Twitter, he's always retweeting CGR Undertow reviews and helping us spread the word. So yeah, thanks a lot, Prince Watercress. Not only for backing the project, but for being one of the street. You're part of the street team, and thanks. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot. That's the thing you guys don't understand. Something as simple as watching one of our reviews or retweeting one of the links, or even when you I liked the video, and you see that on Twitter, and it's a link to one of our videos. That helps. That goes a long way. And so I thank you for that, too. Rafi Vasquez. Thank you, Rafi. That's an awesome name, Rafi Vasquez. As well as Relisha, R-E-L-Y-T-I-A. Relisha. That looks familiar. I think that's a long-time Undertoad. It could be a woman. It could be a man. Hopefully it's a girl just for our sake. Just to make this less sad of a situation. Thanks, Relisha. Oh, now we got a pair of dicks here, Richard Lahif and Richard Miner. Thanks, Richards. Thanks to both of you. As well as to Rose Raid Silver, Royce Resendez, Ryan Barrett, Ryan Galligan, Ryan Strickland. Thanks, guys. Sage Likens 8 Williams, Shane Regman, or not Shane Regman, Shane Zegman, Sean Reynolds, Sean of War. Oh, that's a scary dude. I'm glad he's on our team. Thanks, Sean of War. Silly Dino, Sinistar 101, not to be confused with Sinistar 105. He didn't back the DVD, that motherfucker. Sir Grant F., who, much like Sean of War, is probably a war general ahead of his time. Sir Grant F., thanks, man. All right, I don't know how to say this one. It's SK4Z, capital Z, I0OUS. I guess if the 4 is, supposed to be an A, that could be Scazius? Schizius? This has just all gone to hell. Thank you, Smugleaf495, Spud, Squalls, Stephen Deck, and Steve P. Thanks to all you guys. Also, Tanis Sotelo, Boy, that's a cool name. Tanis Sotelo. That sounds like some sort of like spread you would put on a sandwich. Sotelo. Thanks, Tanis. As well as the black toaster, which you would use to get the toast that you would spread your Sotelo on. I like how I'm like turning your names into like a story. I woke up and I used my black toaster to eat my Sotelo. Thanks, guys. As well as Theodore, who just says Theodore. I'll thank every Theodore who watches CGR Undertow, as well as this Theodore. Thanks, guys. Tim McGee, who actually put how to pronounce McGee. Which is, you know, that's like one of 5 words on this that I've got no problem pronouncing. And he's the one who did it. So, thanks a lot, Tim McGee. But who should have done it is Tanis Sotelo and, you know, all these crazy names, Croxendol, and all these crazy names I've had to read. They should have put the little phonetic explanation. Thanks, Tim McGee, for everything. As well as Tim Tweed, Tom 15 Bullet Falletta. Tom, let me try that again. As well as Tom 15 Bullet Falletta. He sounds like a wrestler who would be like in the title hunt. He would be like, you're gonna feel why I'm 15 Bullet. That's a horrible promo. Actually, he would be in the mid card. But anyway, I still appreciate it, Tom 15 Bullet Fatella. As well as Tommy Lee Lynn, Tofi Doo, Travis Combs, Trey Highland, not to be confused with Trey Lowland, that's his less successful cousin, as well as Video Gamer 25, Vince Bellington, Wes Frazier. Isn't that a basketball player? Wes Frazier and Peter Sikora. This is unbelievable. As well as W Nivek, X, TJ Mac, 510X, and Wyden. All of you guys. I know I kind of tore through you guys at the end, but don't believe me, it's not because I don't love you, it's because this has gone on long enough. And my voice is shot from thanking all of you. Look at these pages of people that backed and supported the DVD. And holy crap, thank you all so much. This only exists, and I'm not saying this in like a thank you sense, even though this is a thank you video. I'm not saying this figuratively. This literally would not exist if it weren't for you guys. And in a sense, CGR Undertow too. You know, this channel, man, 5 years now, half a decade of my life. Which if you think about it, I'm 30. 5 years of that has been CGR Undertow. And look, I'm not a math guy, but if you do the math on that, that bears out to a 1/6 of my life you guys have been able to watch on the internet. And really, I've really let you into some dark personal places. And guess what? It's only going to get darker and more personal and more demented as we go on from here, because I have lost all semblance of self-control. And now I'm not even pretending. You're just getting what it is. And I think this is the kickstart to launch a new era of CGR Undertow. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoy all your swag, your postcard that I've signed for you, your cap that'll keep you warm, your Toad CGR t-shirts. I hope you dig those, as well as your personal drawings that I did for you, your voicemails. I hope when your friends call and they hear me on your voicemail, actually they probably won't really know. So unless your friends know who what CGR Undertow is, in which case they'll be like, oh, whoa, that's Derek from Classic Game Room. How'd you get him on your phone? And then you can lie. I don't care. I'll tell you right now, you can lie. You can say, oh, Derek and I were getting pizza, and he was like, dude, give me your phone. And he just put it on there, and it was awesome. We're going to take one more commercial break because I have to pee again. When I get back, I'm going to finish up, talk to you about the DVD. This has gone on long enough. Let's bring an end to this when we get back. Welcome back, everyone. Well, I finally thanked everyone that I have a legal obligation to thank. We've gone over all the different swag and all the Kickstarter rewards that you guys are going to be getting. Those of you who backed the project. Again, if you didn't, do not worry about it. And no hard feelings, because I get it. Everyone's poor right now. It's just the way the world works. However, if you didn't back this and you still want it, it will be available in the Classic Game Room store. Much like the shirt. Much like these sweet little postcards that are really cool and fun. You can send to your friends. You can get all this crap in our store. And if you want to support the show that we give you every day for free, yeah, that'd be really cool. You don't have to. I'm just saying if you want to. This stuff's there. Now, before we go, I do want to talk about the DVD. First off, I'll show you. Here's the final package. Check this out. I'm going to lean over the thing. Here's the front. again, well, this thing turned out amazing. And what's really cool about it is the entire package is hand drawn by me. I hand drew this entire package. Look, there's a little icon of the Undertoad there in the bottom. This camera's lousy and it's not focusing on it, but trust me, he's down there. And then, so here's the main gag though. Here's the front. And then, you know, you're like, oh, what's the Undertoad doing? And then on the back you see that, oh, he's dropping a big old toad deuce. Look at that. Here's the front and then the back. And then he's also at the top there, and it's got a little, you know, text block about, it's got a little paragraph about what's on the DVD, all the legal stuff at the bottom. So there's the package, and then let's open this bitch up. Let's take a look at the inside. Holy crap, this is amazing. So here's the disc, and here's another visual gag. This whole disc, this whole package is full of jokes. Anyway, it's like the disc holder is coming through the Undertoad, and like, so when you slide him in there, watch this. It's like, oh, and he's like looking down at it. He doesn't fully understand what's happening. He just knows he's probably gonna die. And here's a little behind the scenes. In the original art, there was blood dripping down, but I took that out because that was really graphic, and the film itself is graphic enough, so we took that out. And then here's the little thank you note from me, and this is probably the coolest thing that has ever happened in my life. So let me tell you, it's always been my dream to be in Roger Rabbit, and I am in a cartoon, you guys. It finally happened. I made it to the big time. Look at that. I'm so happy about that. And then I wrote a little note to you guys that I'm not going to read. You can only read that if you backed and bought the DVD, because it's personal and it's for you guys. It's for each and every one of you. Not only did I thank you here, but I thanked you on the DVD. And it's as heartfelt as I can be. As for what's on the DVD, there are 1, 2, 3. There are 4 features on this disc. You're getting 4, like the menu has 4 features on it that you can click on and watch. One is the main feature. Okay, we'll shelve that for a second. 1 is the main movie, the main feature. 2 is a documentary all about CGR Undertow. It's like a 10-15 minute interview with me. We talk about my background, how I got into video games, talking about video games and philosophies and stuff like that. Answer some of the questions people had about CGR Undertow, how we formed, why we formed, some of like what goes on here every day. All the inside answered on the documentary part of the DVD, which is the second feature. Third feature is a gag reel. It's a gag reel, which has some of our favorite lines from reviews over the years, some of our favorite moments, some like a highlight reel of Clone Derek, which had to be in there, or he refused to participate. There are contractual things and cloning situations. Anyway, that's on there. It's a gag reel. And then the fourth thing that you can watch on here is a brand new video, a brand new episode of CGR Undertow, shot specifically for this DVD. And at least for a while, we might upload it to YouTube eventually. Actually, we probably will, but for a long time, you know, for a while at least, this is gonna be the only place you can see it. It's the top 10. It's one of our top 10 lists, which are actually very popular. It's the top 10 NES games of all time. It's got a cameo from Mark in the intro, and it's got, I think, it's got some serious like actual video game analysis. Like, I think that's one thing about CGR Undertow that's cool, is like I can be really crazy and fun and wacky. But then, like, when there are good games, I can break it down, I think, better than anyone. And I'm going to just say it. We do some serious video game analysis here, and that top 10 is full of it. And it's also very zany and wacky. Now, back to that main feature, because the main feature, the movie, right, is where the reviews are. But it's not just review after review after review. It's set up, it is a retrospective on CGR Undertow, but it's set up like an award show. And it's basically, it's like a 90-minute movie about CGR Undertow, where we go back and we have some of our best videos from over the years included in it, as voted on by people who backed the project on Kickstarter. So these are the videos you guys picked as our best. But then between those videos, there's a story unfolding. And like I said, so it's written like an award show where me and the clone are hosting it, and it's like, oh, this next video, Clone Derek, is about this, and Clone Derek's like, I don't want to do, you know how Clone Derek is. Here's what happens at the beginning of the movie. We see that Clone Derek is late. He's not He's not on cue. He's not there. It's just me hosting the movie. And so I make a phone call. I'm like, Clone Derek, where are you? He doesn't pick up. But we see where he is and what he's doing. Or at least we get a glimpse of what he's doing. And it turns out he has some nefarious plans. If you like our video skits that we do that are just really sick and twisted and weird, like our Ghost Lion, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, you will love this movie. And I wanted to do it in such a way that, like I said, even if you've seen these reviews, it's as close to, like, half of it is just the videos, right, that you guys voted on. But I wanted to get as close as I could to the other half being all new, actual, like a little movie that is unfolding as these reviews go on, if that makes sense. It's literally an hour and a half of just insanity. I hope you guys like it. And the only reason that we were able to do this is because of you guys, and I mean that. So to everyone that I thanked, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for you know, not even just supporting the DVD, but for watching CGR Undertow. It really means the world. You know, it's something, you take 5 minutes out of your day to watch our video, that makes all the difference in the world. If you put it up on Twitter and let other people see it, oh gosh. Little things like that make a difference, you guys. And they help stave off the inevitable mental breakdown that I'm, you know, I'm heading toward like a freight train. The packages are packed. The mailman is going to get this stuff. He will also probably be murdered by the robot slaves. We'll have to get another mailman, so there might be a little delay, but we are shipping these out today. Thanks for everything. Here's to 5 more years and maybe more sick movies in the future. I feel like, you know, Quentin Tarantino, only with more fart jokes.